Hello, hello, my brothers and sisters, the black men of the Western world. I come with respect. What's going on with my people? Have you ever really sit down and think? Look, I got two icons, one of Jesus and one of Satan, as you call him Satan. You know, these guys have many names, and also I don't have one for the man you call God, or the spirit you call God. But I have an icon of Satan, and he have many names. And I have an icon of Jesus, and he also have many names. Now, these three people, or these three things, or these three spirits, whatever you want to call them, what's going on? Why one person has so many names? That person has to get confused. God Almighty, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Ghost, the Creator, the Mahdi, the Holy One, the Trinity. About 32 names this person have, or the Spirit. When it's come to his Son Jesus, he also have many names. Emmanuel, he got many names. Jesus, the Son of God, the Son of the morning. Just think about all the names he have. When it comes to Satan, he also have many names. Devil, Lucifer, Son of the morning. They have too many names. Those things have to confuse. Which one of the names is the right name for these spirit or these human being or these angelical being? Which one is the right name? So you see how my people get caught up? And guess what happened? The name that seems like it controls everything is the Lucifer name. He's the one that running all things. Or that spirit is running all things. That spirit can cause earthquake, thunder rolling, lightning, storm at sea, stop you in your truck, cause sickness, disease, death. That spirit can do all of that, as you call him, spirit or Satan. And it seems like God, the one you call God, have no power over Satan. And if you go through the stories that Satan was one of the angels in heaven, and Michael kicked him out, and he's unhurt right now. So he can listen when God talks. If you go through the story of the Bible, he heard what God said to Adam in the garden. And he called God a liar. He tell Adam God is a liar. Because God knoweth that the day you eat of this fruit, your eyes shall be open, and you will know all good and know all evil. You will know all good and you will know all evil. So it seemed like Adam just know good or just know evil. We don't know which one of it. But Satan heard everything that God said at all times. He heard what God said at all times. But it seemed like he have not seen everything that God did. Now, if you follow the story real good, you will see that these stories are symbolic. Satan is a man, and he's a spirit. God is a man, and he's a spirit. Jesus is a man, and also he's a spirit. And it seems like these spirits can cause all type of destruction to living human beings, plus also the animals. Satan can cause earthquake. I do not know the story of Jesus causing earthquake, but I know of many stories that God can cause earthquake also. But this earthquake that is taking place, if it kills human being without cause, something is wrong. Is it a fairy tale, or is it a mind caught of ideas? As I said in Paul's programs, what I said to you, I have not read from any books. Because if you read from a book, you're reading another man's thought, idea, and their story. So sometimes you have to be careful reading books that man wrote. There's no human being coming existent in the past that saw a book written on stones or written in the element or written on parchment. Anything is written down by man and not by any four-footed beast. So they could be telling stories, or they could be telling it from their mind when it becomes intoxicated with hallucinated drugs or natural drugs, or from their own thought, or what they saw in the element or beneath the ocean. God of himself did not lay no stories down that he made this and he made that. If we follow the story way down, Moses came up and said, God said all of these things. Adam, as you call him Adam, Solomon, David, never say none of that. Moses is the one that said God did all of this and Satan did all of this. Are you following me? But yet still, Moses was a murderer. But it seemed like that spirit wanted to speak, as you call it, the God spirit, like to speak unto murderers or speak unto wrongdoers. Seems like when you do wrong, that spirit will speak unto you. And maybe that's why we have so much homosexual and so many wrongdoing in the Western world, or all over the world. But God of himself, as you call him God, excuse me, I've not written anything in the element so all human beings could see with their own eyes. Not no plane fly by and wrote it. It's written by the hands of God in the element. And once a month it will show up, or once a year it will show up. And you could see the writing of God. So you would not have any doubt on that God wrote it. But everything we're speaking about God is written by man. As I said to you in the past, one time there was no God. And one time there was no heaven. And one time there was no earth. If you follow the story. But if you close your eyes and read the story, you will be blind to what I'm trying to say to you. Are you following me? So black men get confused. He do not know how to speak to his ancestors anymore. Because we learn things from our ancestors. If you grow up with your mother and your father, and they're no longer with you, they are your ancestors. And what they teach you, that's what you learn. And if you teach your children the same, it will be your children have the ancestors' teaching. Because what you learn from your mother and father, you taught it to your children. So keep on going. Nobody wants to do that anymore. They want to hang out with the white man and listen to what the white man is saying. So everything the white man said is true. Huh? Everything the white man said is true. So if you're not white, black men don't want to listen to nothing you said. I got a buddy of mine, he said he's not telling black people anything anymore. He's a Muslim too. He said, he used the F word. He said, F them black people, I will not tell them anything anymore. Because they don't listen to black people, they listen to white people. Or they listen to the white man. So when white men speak, black people listen. From slavery days. They've been going on with the bullshit. You want to tell me you have one slave master and you have 300-400 slaves on the plantation and they cannot do nothing to the slave master? Slave master, wife and children, 3 little kids. And all the plantation owned by one slave master. It's not a bunch of guys get together on a plantation. They own each plantation. Some have 400 slaves, some have 200 slaves, 300 slaves, 500 slaves. And all of them sit there with one little white slave master telling them what to do. going through all our brutality, are working from sun up to sundown. You have some overseer, but how many overseers did they have? The slave was more than the overseers. Come on, black man. But when black men want to talk bullshit, they listen to what the white man said. And you see all these church, that's what they're doing. Look, all these church. See this book I have here? I got 3 Bibles. King James Version, excuse me, Holy Bible. This is a Catholic book, one of those written for a very long time. What is in this book is not in this book. So what I'm saying to you, they're bullshit. Why they're bullshit? Because the white men take my grandfather's story and mix it around. And tell you the slave should turn the other cheek to the white man. So the white man can slap him there. Huh? Obey your master. They wrote all of that. Because black men didn't have slaves too much in the Western world. Maybe in Africa they have some slave. Shaka Zulu and all them guys. They're warriors, so they have a bunch of guys with them. But what I'm saying to you, all of these stories that mix up. And my people you call the black people, they're not seeking any way to get out of poverty and starvation for their people. Just like the leaders in Africa. Every one of them is rich. Could you believe it? The African leaders are rich. And my black people all over the Western world going on like there's nothing. There's nothing wrong. They can't see what is wrong. The only person that shared the wealth in Africa was Gaddafi. He was the only one that was sharing the wealth. The rest of the leaders are not sharing the wealth. Look at OPEC. Look at OPEC. All the OPEC people are from Africa. Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Nigeria. Only one is not in the OPEC, and it's Venezuela. Sorry, that is not in Africa, and it's Venezuela. Look, do you know how much money OPEC is picking out of Africa? And the black leaders are sitting there, letting them drilling out all of the resource. Also the Afrikaner is drilling out all the resource, and the black man is sitting back like nothing happening. Just think about it. My people, just think about what I'm saying. Maybe it sounds silly, but listen. All these foreigners are in Africa and drilling out all the resource. All the black leaders are sitting back and getting richer when their people are getting poorer. Their people don't have shelter. Look, you don't have to take my word for it. Listen, brothers, listen. I traveled the whole world for 10 years or over 10 years. And everywhere I went, I saw the black people the same goddamn way. I traveled the whole Caribbean. I am not bullshitting you. I traveled the whole Dutch West Indies, the Canary Islands, all over Europe, and half of Africa. I didn't do all of Africa. And half the United States, where the ocean is, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Texas, Georgia, Tampa, Florida, Miami. I traveled all these places. And every place I went, I saw the black people the same way. With their bullshit stuff, talking bullshit about God, about devil, and about Jesus. So their mind is locked down in what I'm trying to tell you. I've not seen one of them saying, hey, come on, we got to fight the white men to get our land back. The only people fighting to get their land back is the Palestinians, which we call Palestinians. They are the remnant of my people. They came out of the black people with interference of the European that migrated up into Africa. A long time ago. You think white people that's been in Africa a few years back, or 1,000 years, you got to be out of your cotton-picking mind. They've been up in there a long time. Before they know about the Western world. They've been there a long time, doing what they want to do with the black people. So the black men start marrying the white people over there. They've been doing it in Africa. They're yawning to a white woman, the black man. They've been yawning for a long time to a white woman. In the United States, they've been yawning for a long time. The Caribbean, they have them because they could not do anything. So I comes out mixed up, but I still came up with the wool. My people got blue eyes, some of them. Where the hell they get blue eyes? Because my people mix up with the blue eyed people. And some of my people come up with blue eyes. Flesh color, nappy wool, as you call it here. So what I'm saying, we got to wake up, brothers, and leave all this bullshit alone. Your people is dying from all type of disease. Syphilis, gonorrhea, AIDS, smallpox, lupus, whatever. And we sitting back. You see, I use herbs and root and I get a lot of people better. But they report me to the government that I didn't fulfill my order or my shipment. Same demons people I'm dealing with. Some of them are black. And I have to go through this thing, fight it in the court, sending off paper. And finally, I said, you know what? I'm not doing this for a lot of money. I just barely charge them for a shipment. So I don't deal with a lot of people anymore. And especially when you get older, you need to leave it alone. Let the young people take it over. Because everybody know about herbs now. Huh? Everybody know about herbs because what? They're reading from a book. I never been taught from a book about herbs. Huh? I never been taught from a book about herbs. I follow the whole ladies to the field And my dad and his friends, from I was 5 years of age, I didn't know them that good until about 9, 10 years of age. I know them real good. So I will go by myself to pick them now. The whole lady, go get me these herbs. Because they're trying to make some tea or they're trying to make some medicine. So what I'm saying, let they do what they're doing on TV if they know about herbs. Because they're there for money. I'm not there for money. Everything I do is for free. Everything I do is for free. Once in a while, I get a donation. But it's okay, because I'm not begging. The people with the horn understanding will help you sooner or later. So what I'm saying, black man, we got to wake up. It's too long going on with this bullshit. Fighting against each other. Talking bad against each other. Do not have any time to listen to what others say. Ready to criticize in a minute. When someone tells you the truth, you do not overstand. So this God and this Satan and this Jesus is doing all the ruling. Right? And I haven't seen anything done. Do you know what's funny? As the story of the Bible said, God made man. And since he made man, he have not made anything else. Have you ever think about it? Since God made man, he have not made anything else. So now, where is this God? If God is a man, you can talk about him. If you got to give him praise or give him honor, you can talk about him. But when you look and see all these earthquakes and all these tornadoes and all these high-rise storm at sea, killing 70, 80,000 people at a time, you should get into yourself and find out what is going on. When the volcano rise up and burn everything down and burn your dwelling down and your farm, and thousands of people are without food, then you should start thinking. If there's praise to be given, our curse should be, but everybody is going on unconcerned, especially the black man. You see, the point what I'm trying to make, the white people have everything for themselves. They got the gold mine, they got the diamond mine, they got the oil refinery, they got all the big fancy homes, they got the jet plane, they got the big cruise ship. They own all of that shit. Black people doesn't own those. Black people doesn't own the stock market. Black people doesn't own any train, railroad. Black people doesn't own those things. So when I said white people have everything, that's what I meant. Do you follow me? So you have to be careful of listening to all these people that is talking bullshit. Because they're going off in different way and not trying to get their people out of poverty. No black leaders. There is no black country you go to that the people are living very well. You got shantytown all over. Quarter of the people living well and 3/4 of the people is living bad. No medicine, no food, no nice decent house. All over. If you disbelieve me, get a plane ticket and go to Africa. Don't check into the hotel. Be a bum. Get on the street, rent a U-Haul or whatever, and drive around. Live in the ghetto and you see what I'm talking about. See, when I travel, I don't go to hotels. I go to guest house and I go in the countries. When I work at cruise ship, I take taxis and I go in the countries. I go to the citadels. I go far out in the countries. Once the taxi men know where I want to go. When the rest of the guys are in the city, sitting down, drinking and partying, I'm out in the bush, getting some understanding. You see, from a little boy, I wander in the bush all the time, all by myself. I would go in this small little forest and I would get up the leaf and I would lay in there and I would cover myself up in the leaf, have no fear of no spider biting me or snake. And I would sleep for 2 hours, get up and go home. Nobody asked me where I was. Saturday, Friday, I do that. Holidays, I do that. That was my nature. I never like to eat the food when my people cook. I want to eat the fruits. Mangoes, apples, bananas, tangerine, guava, plum, coconut. That's all I want to eat. I leave the dinner alone. I would have 3-4 coconut and go to bed. And in the morning I wake up, then I would have my leftover dinner. And that's how I do things on my billboard. So what I'm saying to my black people, if they're not waking up, it's going to be too bad. That's how much time I got here. Yes, if they're not waking up, it's going to be too bad. So what I said, peace. You think about it. About these African leaders. How rich they are. Peace, respect, I'm out of here.